That bombshell at the Supreme Court, the draft opinion that could overturn Roe versus Wade.
We have team coverage for you, covering all the angles, and we kick off our coverage with ABC 15 anchor Faye Fredericks with our live coverage from the state capitol.
Yeah, Steve, Katie, it is important to be clear. While the draft is authentic, it is still a draft. Nothing is final right now. Chief Justice John Roberts calling the leak a singular and egregious breach of trust. He's directing the marshal of the court to find out who's behind the leak. While some are focusing their anger on the rare leak from the high court, abortion rights supporters worry about what will happen if the high court opinion stands and states then have the power to restrict or ban abortions. The president saying he's concerned about a woman's right to choose being on the line. In just moments, we're going to take a look at what could be done moving forward. And as you can imagine, there is a lot of reaction coming in from both sides on this topic. ABC 15's Nicole Grigg live outside the state capitol doors, where an abortion rights demonstration is expected to begin in less than 2 hours now.
Yes, this demonstration outside the state capitol expected in the next hour and a half, around 6:30. I'm told that this is expected to be several different organizations, all focused on helping women in need. Tonight, 2 women opening up with us about their choice.
And my abortion experience was so private, so secret, so taboo.
Brianna Gordon hoping to remove the stigma around abortions.
I didn't know, when I accessed my abortion, I didn't know that 10 years later, these rights were going to be so under attack.
She now volunteers with a Tucson organization that helps women seeking an abortion with financial assistance, transportation, and any other help they need.
We don't get calls from people who have the money, have the transportation, are just accessing their care with no problem. We only hear from people who are struggling.
She says most of those in need of help are in low income or in minority communities.
So 100% of our clients are already struggling to receive care in town or in state.
Her fear is women won't stop getting abortions. They'll just be unsafe. Brianna, not the only one worried about what could come. State Representative Melody Hernandez has shared her own personal story in a very public way.
I knew I wasn't ready to have kids, and part of those reasons was because I had been sexually assaulted around the time that I would have become pregnant, and I wasn't sure who the father was.
And if a decision is made to overturn Roe v. Wade, Arizona could see some of the strictest abortion laws in the country.
I feel scared for people who are in domestic violence situations like myself and maybe don't have a support system whatsoever. But for me, this is just leaving us up to put people in harm's way.
Now, it's unclear how many people are expected tonight for this pro-choice demonstration outside the Capitol. Again, it's expected to start around 6:30 this evening. Reporting live outside the state capitol, Nicole Grigg, ABC 15, Arizona.
Nicole, thanks. Next up in our team coverage, ABC 15's Luz Delia Caballero talking to women who've considered abortions, but now say not following through on that decision was the best decision they could have made. Luz Delia?
And Faye, one of them, a mother, going on camera saying she can't even imagine where she would be if she didn't have her 2 little girls.
Unplanned, but not unwanted.
Jacqueline Broglie saying 9 years ago she wasn't sure if she was ready to care for a baby.
I was very young at the time, became pregnant.
And being Catholic, she was fighting between following her religious beliefs and what she thought she could handle at the time.
And I was unsure what I wanted to do.
But she ultimately scheduled an appointment to get an abortion. Then, 1 week before the procedure,
I went online and found Choices, Crisis Pregnancy Center, and I talked with someone that day and I explained that I had an abortion scheduled. And she said, why don't you just come talk to us?
She says Choices provided her resources, and in that moment, she knew she wanted to have her baby.
I wouldn't have my children. I wouldn't have my fiance, who has loved and supported me. I probably wouldn't, unfortunately, have the support of my parents.
Lynn Dyer isn't associated with any advocacy organizations, but she's been praying outside of abortion clinics across the valley, like Planned Parenthood, for the last 40 years. She says her goal is to connect women to pregnancy resources to help save a life.
It's just the best feeling in the world. It's so meaningful to know that you can help someone and save a life and, turn somebody's life around.
Just like Choices did with Broglie, and while she's still torn on how she feels about overturning Roe versus Wade, she's sure of one thing: her girls.
That they were meant to be, and that they're going to make an impact on this world as much as my life has been.
And ABC 15 reaching out to the Roman Catholic Diocese of Phoenix for comment. The diocese saying unable to speak at this time. Reporting live in Phoenix, Lustelia Caballero, ABC 15, Arizona.